Welcome to Coordinating Your Chaos with the Blended Mama. My name is Teresa Stone. I am the Blended Mama, and on this channel, we help busy women find calm in the chaos of life through community and planning.
Hello, friends. Hello. It's Teresa here, and I have a question for you this morning. Do you ever get home from a trip, look around at your planner, your calendar, and your life, and think, where do I even start? That was definitely me. So I am sharing with you today my favorite way to reset after summer, and I promise there is no overwhelm required. Just real life, a few planner tools I love, and a gentle way to get back into rhythm. So welcome to Coordinating Your Chaos with the Blended Mama, where we help busy women find calm in the chaos through community and planning. So let's rewind to July for a second. So I don't know how it was for you, but for me, July was conference month. There was lots of travel, road trips, sessions, speeches to write. And instead of a hotel, we did stay at an Airbnb, which is amazing. But I made a conscious choice to try to keep things simple in terms of my planning routine for July because I knew I had a ton of stuff going on and I knew there was a lot of travel. So instead of having to pack multiple planner inserts, I just brought my journal, which is now in my new planner, which we're going to talk through. But I just brought my journal. So it had all of my weekly plans in it, right? So it was all in one space. I didn't have to like go back and forth. So I had my calendar, I had my content plan, all that kind of stuff was just in my journal. Um, I also used it to take notes at conference, jot down ideas, and even track conference memories. There's like daily journaling in there, which was super fun and a habit I have kept. So we'll talk about that later too. But it was just lighter, it was simpler, and honestly, it was a lifesaver when I was on the go because I didn't need a chunky planner. I just needed my journal. So if you have ever felt like your planner had to be all or nothing, here is your permission slip, my friend. Simple works, and sometimes simple is better. And sometimes simple is for a season, right? I love my chunky planner most of the time, but I just needed something smaller. So now that I'm home, and yes, school started back yesterday, so we are definitely back in school season. I am trying to ease back into my usual rhythm with a gentle August reset, using more of my full system. And even that, I'll be honest, is a little bit of a pared down system. So here's what that looks like for me this month. So I always start with my monthly calendar, and this time it is just in my insert, right? So I have my monthly insert. This is where I plug in appointments, school events, travel, all that sort of stuff. But it gives me a big picture look and it helps me feel grounded before I dive into the week to week stuff. Okay. And then I have my P&J. I'm back to using that this month, which makes me super happy. You can see I've used a mag clip here to make it easy for me to flip between my monthly and the monthly part of my P&J, which is usually where I'm working, at least in the mornings. Like this is my working session space. So in here, I have a place to put events and goals and highlights. But this is where I'm still creating a weekly layout, right? And I love that brain dump layout. So that's what I'm using. I just create it myself. So this is my notes page. And then this is where I create my weekly layout. And I have found some fun washi that matches this month's. It's kind of like an Italian kind of feel. Anyway, it's Zesty Lemon, I think was the name. But anyway, um, I tried to find some washi to just kind of color my, like add some color to my pages. Anyway, but this is the space where I can just dump out all of my to-dos, my thoughts, oh yeah, don't forget about those kind of moments, right? So this is really my mental declutter. And then I'm still using my journal to do daily memory keeping. And I have really been enjoying that. So this was actually the last entry, but I've just had a ton of fun doing this for conference, and I decided that this was a habit I wanted to keep up. So you'll see some pages are more photos. This was like a memory dump here. This was just everything that didn't get caught somewhere else. But I had so much fun doing this as part of conference that I wanted to keep that going. So that was kind of where that started. But here's my secret sauce. If you're new to journaling, I did use our daily prompts and affirmations that come as part of my Perky Crew, which is for people who are Perks members with Tula 12 that are either in my team or downline. Anyway, customers and all. So if you're a Perks member and you're somehow connected to me, like I have a place for you where you get your daily prompts, daily affirmations to help you remember those small moments that you want to write about. Because let's be real, friends, perimenopause is wrecking my memory. It just is. And I don't want to forget the little things like Monday meal times with my kids or intentional date nights with my husband or the fact that my daughter and I went walking last night and saw these cute little ducks, right? So we have 2 years with our youngest at home. That's all we have left. Because after that, she's definitely going off to college. And I really want to hold on to all of those little memories, right? And so I really am enjoying the memory keeping part of the journaling. So anyway, so that is how I personally am getting kind of back into a routine without making it super stressful. So that's a weekly brain dump. I start with the week with a brain dump in my P&J. I get everything out of my head and onto the paper. I do top 3 daily priorities. That is part of a brain dump. Or at least on the insert, there's a place for you to put your top 3s. I really try not to overload my days. I focus on giving 3 things that I need to accomplish in a day, and I give myself margin. I try to have at least one photo memory a day. So I do use the journal prompts, and I write down one moment, one story from the day with no pressure to document the whole day. If like, I mean, listen, sometimes days are really boring. But finding one thing to either to be grateful for or something I just want to remember or just something just to be intentional about thinking about, that has been really important for me. And then I'm also bringing back an evening reset routine. So that is just taking a few minutes to reflect at the end of the day, to prepare for the next day. So going ahead and like for my work at the end of my work day, going ahead and making a to-do list to start the next day so that whenever I come in the morning, I know where I'm starting. I don't have to like review what I did the previous day to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to be doing today. And then I just take that time to just breathe right before bed. So it makes my mornings a lot smoother with that evening reset. And so that has been important for me as well. So, friend, if you are standing in the messy middle of a summer ending and fall starting, just know that you're not alone. You don't need to do it all to feel grounded again. You just need to do one step, one small step to reset and bring a little calm into the chaos. So let me know in the comments, what is one way that you're resetting this season? And if you want a peek inside my P&J kit or inside my memory keeping setup, just tell me. I've got more videos coming your way, but I also have them in my community. I will put a link to my Chaos Coordinator community in the comments, but also a link to all of the fun things that you saw today in my journal setup. So until next time, friends, keep planning with purpose, coordinate that chaos, and I will see you guys next week.
Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips and inspiration, and watch that next video to keep coordinating your chaos.